Today I want to talk about grief, and specifically, and not the grief of having lost someone, but it is the grief, the often hidden grief of disappointment. So this could be a career that has failed, a relationship. Perhaps one of the greatest things you wanted was love in a relationship and it's falling apart or just not happening. Perhaps it's children. You always wanted children, but they're not happening either. It might be health, that you really thought you'd be more healthy, that you've done a lot to work on your health, but it doesn't seem to be working, and you're suffering, and there's disappointment and shame. Financial too. You might feel that you should be further along financially than you are now. You should have more stability, and for some reason it's not happening. That is a grief. Okay, that's the grief we're talking about today. So let us alchemize it. First step is to acknowledge it and to feel it in the body, and to know that it's okay to feel it, and to know that you are okay for having it, because you're not alone. This is a common human condition, and sometimes our greatest desires are not met, and sometimes they're not even meant to be met. The desire puts us on a journey, but sometimes it's never met. Okay, but that will give grief and shame. So the first step is to acknowledge, I feel this grief, I have this loss, and I'm not alone. So right now, if you have some of this, just perhaps feel a bit of it, of your loss. I feel it, and I'm not alone. And you can say to yourself, even though I have this grief and this shame, I'm doing the best I can with what I have. And I can be okay with this as it is, and I am not alone. So just feel the resonance of that, let it settle in. You're not alone. It is okay to feel it, and really feel it in the body. The milestones that you never reached, the places you should be that you are not and might never be, the promises were made that were never fulfilled, the failures. Okay, feel it, it's okay. And as you do that, as you allow yourself to feel it, you might notice after a while that a bit of relief comes, and some of the shame falls away, because you're not alone. It's going to happen. So the first step is this, just feeling it. Second, when you have a bit of that release, you can inquire into, what do I really want here? What is really missing? If you wanted children but there's no children, is it the love, the sense of family? Is it the giving? Is it the sharing, joy? What is it? And take a moment to tune into that feeling now. This is the core unmet need. It can feel quite scary to go there, because it's missing, right? But feel a bit of that. Feel into what it is that is really there, that you really long for. If you're an artist and your art is failing you, what is it? Was it beauty that you wanted to give the world? Was it wisdom? What was it you wanted to give, but you can't give in that way? So you've got that core feeling now, this core essence, the essence of what you are missing. So step 3 is where the magic happens, and it begins with this realization that whatever you're not getting is what you are not giving yourself. And that can sound a little bit harsh, so we'll soften it. Whatever you're not getting is what you're being called upon to give to yourself from within. This is the crack where the light gets in. This is the place God has chosen, or your higher self, to break you open so that you can find within, so you can find the kingdom of heaven within you, and stop looking in the outside world. So here in step 3, is it beauty you long for? Then you say, and you feel into, I am this beauty, I am this abundance, I am this perfect health, even though my body is ill. I am health itself. I am wealth itself. I am beauty itself. I am wisdom itself. You can be lying in bed, chronic illness, but you are well. Now own that. Just own it. And give yourself time to do this. Because it might take a little while. You've got to breathe through it. Till you know I am this. And I'm claiming it. So this is the kingdom of heaven. Seek first the kingdom of heaven, and all else will be given unto you. Yes, this is the kingdom of heaven when you know that you are already it, that you already have it. So this grief and this disappointment was pointing you to you getting it from yourself. That is the divine purpose of this thing that has gone missing in your life. It's not a mistake. It's not an error. It's not something you've done wrong. It's been set up to drive you to this point where you will go within and give it to yourself. Sometimes people are not meant to even have a relationship, loving like a partner relationship. Why? Because they'll get addicted to it. They're meant to find the love within. So you find that love within. Sometimes you're not meant to have great wealth in the world, because until you've found it within, at least, then it's free to happen. Find it within. Find the health within. That is the great meaning of it. That's great alchemy. We have to do this day by day. Walk into the world with this. I am this. I am this. Okay, so step 1, feel it and acknowledge it. Know that you're not alone, and know that it's not anything you did wrong. You did the best you could with what you had. Okay, step 2. Feel into what is the core, the essence of what you long for, of what seems to be missing. And then step 3 is the alchemy. Give it to yourself. Feel into I am that. I am. I am. This is the freedom. This is true freedom. This is true wealth, true health, true bliss. Here, do it. So guys, try this. Let me know in the comments how it goes. And of course, if you enjoy these videos, do like and subscribe.